Hey there, and welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
We're really excited today, actually. Going to dig into something that, well, it probably affects almost everyone with a smartphone.
Yeah, especially if you ever need to, share information quickly.
Ah,
We're looking at a really popular app.
exactly, WhatsApp. And a potential new feature they're working on that could genuinely make a common task a bit easier.
That's right. It's always interesting how these messaging apps keep evolving, isn't it? Adding more tools right inside.
Totally changes what you expect from them. So today, we're doing our deep dive based on a report from GigaHaber.
Ah, they often get those early peeks at stuff in development.
They do. And this one details something new WhatsApp is cooking up for Android users specifically.
Right. So our mission today, let's unpack what this feature actually is.
Right. How it works, based on the source, why it might matter.
And crucially, how it could change the way you use WhatsApp, maybe even how you handle documents day to day.
Looking for the practical side, and maybe the bigger picture too.
Let's get into it then.
Okay, so the core news, according to this GigaHaber report, WhatsApp is developing a built-in document scanner.
Right, for the Android version of the app.
And, as you mentioned, it's maybe catching up a bit.
Well, the article does point out that this isn't totally new ground for WhatsApp overall. iPhone users have had this for a while now.
Ah, okay, so Android folks might have seen this or heard about it. Parity across platforms then.
Seems like it. The basic function sounds straightforward enough.
Yeah, it lets you use your phone's camera right inside WhatsApp to scan physical documents
Think receipts, notes, forms, that kind of thing. Turn paper into digital.
directly in the app.
Exactly. The goal seems pretty clear. Make that whole process simpler.
Because right now, you can be a bit clunky.
Oh, definitely. You might open your camera, take a photo, maybe open another app to scan it properly, crop it, maybe convert it to PDF.
Then finally go back to WhatsApp, find the chat, attach it. Yeah, lots of steps.
This aims to just collapse all that. One smooth process inside the app you're already using.
Okay, that makes sense. But here's where it gets interesting, especially thinking about what people scan. Sometimes it's sensitive stuff, right?
For sure. Personal info, financial details.
And the report highlights a really key design choice. They're calling it on-device scanning.
Yeah, and this is potentially a big plus for privacy. On-device means the actual work of scanning happens right there on your phone.
So it's not sending the picture off to some server in the cloud to be processed.
That's the implication. Unlike a lot of scanning tools, the image capture, the edge detection, fixing the perspective, it all happens locally.
On your hardware.
Right. So the files are scanned and, crucially, stored locally first, securely on your device before you even think about sending them.
That feels like a big difference. You're in control.
Absolutely. The document becomes a digital file on your phone, and it only leaves when you explicitly choose someone and hit send in WhatsApp.
So no automatic uploading just for the scan itself?
Exactly. That seems to be the core privacy point here.
The article also mentions they're using native Android APIs. Does that matter much?
It can, yeah. It suggests they're integrating tightly with Android's built-in capabilities for camera stuff, image handling, local storage.
So maybe smoother performance, better integration.
Potentially.
Hmm.
And it might leverage Android's own security features better than a completely custom solution, or one relying heavily on the cloud for the scanning part itself.
So it taps into the phone's power, keeps it local until you share. That's the privacy angle.
That's the key takeaway from the report on security and privacy.
Yeah.
You start it, your phone does the work, you choose to send it.
That control feels important. What about actually doing the scan? Are there options?
Yes, it seems they're building in some flexibility there too, catering to different needs. Two main modes are mentioned.
Okay, what's the first one?
There's a manual mode. This is like control for you,
Meaning I have to line it up myself.
pretty much. You frame the document, make sure the corners look right, get the alignment just so. You're in charge of the capture.
Right, so if the document's tricky, maybe crumpled,
Mm-hmm.
or I only want a specific part.
Exactly. Or if you need to be really precise about cropping out stuff around the edges, manual lets you fine-tune it.
You can adjust things before it becomes the final file. Makes sense for important stuff.
It's the mode for when accuracy and careful framing are paramount. Careful, deliberate adjustments.
Got it. Manual for precision? What's the other option?
That would be the automatic mode. Built for speed, convenience.
How's that work?
Well, the report indicates it'll intelligently spot the document edges in the camera view on its own.
Ah, so it just finds the paper.
Finds the paper, figures out the perspective, and then this is the convenient part. It captures the image automatically.
Without me pressing a button.
Once it gets a good lock, yeah. And no need to manually confirm or hit shutter. Point, it detects, it captures.
Like point and shoot for documents. I can see that being useful.
Definitely. Like grabbing a quick receipt stand while you're standing there, phone in one hand.
Yeah, no time to fuss with corners.
It's positioned as that practical, quick solution for on-the-go stuff where convenience wins. Point, zap, done.
That flexibility is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Choose your weapon, depending on the situation. Okay, so once you've got the scan, either way, what is it? Just a photo?
No, and this is another key bit. Whether you used manual or auto, the report says WhatsApp instantly converts it
It converts it to what?
into a PDF file. Portable document format.
Ah, the standard. Pretty much everyone can open a PDF, right?
Exactly. That's the big win there. Instant PDF means it's super easy to share and view on, well, anything. Phones, computers, different operating systems.
Ensures compatibility. It's not some weird image file they might struggle with.
Right. Usually more compact, too, and just standard for documents.
Okay, so it scans, turns into a PDF right there on the phone.
And then it's ready to share immediately right within WhatsApp. Same sharing options you always use, individual chats, groups.
Just like sending a photo or video attachment, but it's a PDF document.
That seems to be the flow. Scan, convert, share.
And the sharing part. Given it's WhatsApp, we should talk security again. Is it just sent like any other file?
This is where WhatsApp's core feature comes in. The article emphasizes that any document scanned this way and then shared.
Yes.
It gets WhatsApp's standard end-to-end encryption.
Ah, the same protection as messages and calls.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
So from the moment it leaves your phone, it's scrambled, encrypted all the way. WhatsApp can't read it while it's in transit or sitting on their servers. Only the intended recipient's device can decrypt it.
So the content stays private between you and who you send it to.
That's the promise of end-to-end encryption.
That's pretty robust for scanned documents. So you get the on-device privacy first, then the end-to-end encryption when you send.
That's the combo: local processing, secure transmission.
Okay, let's try to recap the flow then. You choose to scan in WhatsApp.
Use manual or automatic mode.
A scan happens on your phone.
Instantly becomes a PDF, still on your phone.
Then, if you choose to share it,
It goes via end-to-end encryption to your contact.
that seems to cover it. Private, flexible, convenient, secure.
That's the picture painted by the report, yeah.
All right, let's zoom out. We know the what and how. What does this actually mean for how we use WhatsApp? Maybe other apps too.
Well, the report suggests a pretty clear goal here.
Yeah.
They want to stop you needing other apps for this.
Reduce the need for separate third-party scanner apps or even web services.
Exactly. If you need to scan something to send in WhatsApp, why make you leave WhatsApp to do it?
That friction is real. Finding another app, scanning, saving, going back, finding the chat, attaching. Ugh,
It really is. And sometimes you just give up and send a bad photo instead. Right?
real yeah.
So putting this inside WhatsApp, which is already central for so many people, it just makes the app more useful, more sticky.
Increases its utility, as the article probably puts it.
Something like that. It becomes a more complete tool for, exchanging information, not just messages.
And think about it from the listener's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you listening,
Mm.
how often do you need to send a scan?
Maybe it's signing something, sending a receipt for expenses, sharing class notes.
A page from a book, even. Right now, that probably involves that multi-app shuffle.
With this, the hope is it's just tap, attach, choose scan document, point, click, send, all in one place.
Cuts out steps, maybe cuts out the need to even have another scanner app installed.
Which makes handling that paper-to-digital bridge much smoother when the communication tool also handles the capture.
Yeah, keeps you flowing within that one digital space.
And while this is just one feature, it fits a bigger pattern, doesn't it?
How so?
Communication apps aren't just about chat anymore. They're adding payments, sometimes shopping, ephemeral messages, and now utilities like scanning.
Right. They're adding functions to keep you in the app, handling more tasks without leaving.
Which, increases engagement for them. For us users, it adds convenience if it's done well.
Okay, so quick summary of the key points from the GigaHaber report on this upcoming WhatsApp scanner for Android.
You've got privacy through on-device scanning,
Flexibility with those manual and automatic modes,
the convenience of instant PDF conversion.
and the security of end-to-end encryption for sharing.
Sounds about right. And just to stress again, the report says this is in development.
Not live yet for everyone on Android.
No, but based on these findings in, beta or development versions, it's expected in a future update, something to watch for.
Definitely seems like a handy addition to an app that's, well, already pretty central for a lot of us.
It is. And just another sign of how these platforms are evolving beyond simple messaging.
Which brings us nicely to our provocative thought for you to chew on after this deep dive.
Okay.
With apps like WhatsApp adding more and more built-in stuff, scanning now, payments maybe, other utilities, what's the direction here?
Are they all heading towards becoming these super apps? Trying to do everything in one place?
And if so, what are the trade-offs?
Hmm.
Is that convenience, having everything integrated, worth maybe, potentially, relying so much on one single platform?
Yeah, think about the pros and cons. Convenience versus maybe vendor lock-in, or concentrating so many parts of your digital life, communication, documents, finance in one spot.
Interesting questions about ecosystems, reliance, and the future of our mobile tools.
Definitely something to ponder.
Well, that's our look at WhatsApp's potential new document scanning feature for Android based on that GigaHaber report. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was good digging into this. Hope it gave you some insight into what might be coming.
Think about whether this could actually streamline things for you. We hope it was useful.
Until next time.